Alright, I usually don't make these kind of videos, but I kind of want to give you my thought process here. So I'm about to choose my mods for Tol-Ren, at least the standard mods that I'm going to go for. And I figured I might make a video to see if you guys want to see my thought process when it comes to choosing mods and why I think the mods are the best situation for what I'm going to choose. I don't know, it's kind of a weird video I'm going to make, so if this is something you guys want to see, then let me know. But yeah. So we've only played one game with Tol-Ren, obviously, on live. This is not counting the testing games that I played. So this is only one game on live, and these, so unequip all. So these are the mods I kind of want to go for. Let's see. Let's just kill all the bills. Oh, I couldn't get it. Kill all bills. We'll put that. Save. Alright, so also I made my decision. I'm gonna get it. Can't help it. It's too good. Alright, so this is kind of my thought process. So I'm just gonna go through this as I normally would in my head, but out loud. So I don't know. Anyways, first off, I do want this mod. It's 4 turns, and for the fact that this dash range is kind of short, I think that this really does need to be put into a 2-turn. It gives them a little bit more mobility and more options to get out of here. So, that said, it looks like the mod is removed. Gosh darn it. No! All that talk I just did about the 2-turn mod. It's gone. Well, so much for that. Alright, well, increase angle by 20 degrees. Gain 10 shields at the end of the turn. Do additional 8 damage for only 1 target hit. Not bad. Gain haste until the end of the turn. I think the additional shields would be great. Again, it's a short mod. It's not hard to predict where he's going to go, especially if you're going against a Lockwood. Anyone with a trap. This one wouldn't be that bad. This would at least reduce the trap damage while still getting you to where you need to go. The haste mod might not be too bad either. It really might not be bad. We'll see. Let's see what we pick for the other mods first. I kind of want to read all these mods actually before I start picking and choosing. So with this one, we have each slash hits for 34. As you know, it basically hits for 24 each. But if anyone hits for 34... Yeah, see, like this one seems like by far the better one because you get way more AoE damage from this. Like, it seems like there's no reason not to take that one. That's just super strong. That's 3. Okay, gain 5 additional shields. This is for our Ren's Fury. Do additional 5 damage this turn. Ooh, interesting. Gain unstoppable to the turn. That's not bad. If you aren't hit, reduce cooldown by 1. That's the standard one. Gain additional 20 shields, and this is your only ability this turn. The devs mentioned this about using Way of the Monkey, and I'm actually going to go ahead and make the decision that that's what I want.
And power go hand in hand.
Considering now, especially because there's no longer a mod here to reduce this cooldown, this is even more important to have this, because just like Asana, and I've said this plenty of times when playing Asana, you really do not want to use all of your abilities at once, because then you're going to feel useless for like 3 or 4 turns. In this case 3, the lowest cooldown. You're not going to feel like you're doing anything whatsoever, and you don't want to be in a situation like that with a melee, with any kind of melee, but in this case especially a melee carry. So this is absolutely great. You just want to use Ren's Fury on that turn. This is going to be my standard mods, by the way. You know, any specialized mods for like stuff I would have right there, but my standard mods. Alright, so for Spirit Rend, gain 5 shields next turn per enemy hit this turn. Range increased by 2, but it can only hit 1 target. Ooh, that's not that great. Each subsequent target takes 3 more damage than the last. I'm not sure, but that might be the better one out of these. Reduce the cooldown by 2, no longer slows. Might not be bad as a range attack. See the ultimate. Deal additional damage equal to 15% of the damage the target took before knockback occurs. That might be the one I really want to get. All targets crossed over are knocked down. Only the first takes damage. The first enemy crossed over is made weak until the end of the turn. Gain 2 additional range, which is the standard mod. And then can move after dashing, but becomes slowed until the end of the turn. So it's basically you can move, but you can't move that far, which isn't too bad. But considering the dash range is already pretty long, well, actually, it's not super long. It was the 2 mod that made me think like, wow, this is super long. But no, it's just the mod that gave me 2 range. This is by far probably the better one. It's basically the execute. Hello? Yes. Did I hit no?
Will devastate the enemy.
Yeah, it will. Alright, so now that leaves us with a whole bunch of mod space left. Gain 10 shields at the end of the turn. Ooh. I can actually go for a 3 and a 2. So this is each slash for 34, which I still think is very good. And I don't think there's any... Yeah, the 3-1 here I'm not super amazed about. Slows the target, deal additional 4 damage overlap. Gain haste. The haste mod really might not be bad, honestly. So my thought here is this gives you more AoE, right? Like you can hit for 34 for huge amounts of AoE damage around you. Where this is letting you use mobility, reposition. And for a melee carry, that is super important to be able to reposition. And the only reason I'm thinking that is because this gives me a 2 turns. So instead of feeling useless possibly for 3, now it's just 2. You go with the lowest cooldown mod is how useless you might feel. And I'm one of those that, and I've seen others not think the same way. There's a lot of higher elo players who don't believe the same way, who don't believe that turn cooldown is super important as long as you play right. And that's true. However, I'd rather go with the range if I can, especially with an ability like this where it can pass through everybody and they take the same damage. So I personally think Spirit Rend is such a good ability to have on a low cooldown. The fact that it no longer slows though is kind of big. So here's the difference, right? Because you remove the slow, right? Then you're relying on, you have to get haste pretty much. So that's kind of the trade-off. If you get this mod, you pretty much have to get this in any scenario. Because without the slow, you need a way to be able to keep up with whoever you're trying to kill. So you really want this this little mod here. Sorry. If you get this mod, you really want this one. You want Wandering Warrior. That's my opinion. Now, I still want the AoE, but I think I am going to go ahead and keep the haste. And I'm going to get this. This is going to be my full mod layout. So we'll go over it once again. Twin Slash, I'm getting Wandering Warrior for the extra mobility, the extra ability to reposition after slashing, which is very important. For Ren's Fury, Way of the Monkey, because I'm likely going to be using this as a 1-turn thing. And for the extra 40 shield, you get 40 shields with this, 20, and then this is plus 20 if you only use it this turn, which is good. And I agree with the devs. A lot, during their live stream, they mentioned that this was one of them they would just use this mod and then walk away if it's something dangerous. Being that he's a melee carry and you don't get the damage this turn, it's next turn, I think this is absolutely the way you want to go. With Spirit Rend, Spirit Master, reduce the cooldown by 2, no longer slows. Sure, you don't get the slow anymore, but you make up for it, I believe, by having plenty of range damage output, especially if you get outplayed and they're moving around. Plus, it's just like Kita's basic attack. So being able to go around corners, go around bends, and then again hitting multiple enemies for 25 damage, that's huge in my opinion. And I think Spirit Master is a really great mod to take. Deflection, gain 10 shields at the end of the turn. Again, I talked about this. It's a dash mod. It is a dash, but it's kind of a short dash. And compared to the others, increased angle, not super important. Gain haste, could be good. Again, mobility, be able to reposition yourself. Then deal additional 8 damage if only one target is hit. It's okay. I mean, you're looking at, what would that be, 36? So that'd be pretty some pretty decent damage, but 28 is already good, and it's already to all targets hit. So the extra 8, I'd rather take the 10 shields over the extra 8 damage. And then of course, Soul Splitter is, I think, the must-have mod here. The 2 range isn't bad, as well as all targets being crossed over to knock down. But Soul Splitter, in my opinion, is going to be the mod to take. It's so useful for basically just executing any enemy. You could tell your whole team to focus this guy, and this guy's at like 100 health or something. Ult them, have your team do damage, and that's it. They're gonna die, and that's such a beautiful thought. I think they showed that on the dev stream too, from 100 health, 120 to 0 by an ult, and having the rest of the team just focus them with damage. That was insane. So I almost think Soul Splitter is a must-have mod. But anyways, that's in my opinion. For Catalyst, again, Turtle Tech, you're in the front line. There's almost no reason to ever not have Turtle Tech, and I think Fade is still the best dash Catalyst out of the bunch. Second Wind, of course, you could take Brain Juice if you really want to, but his cooldowns, while it is long, his dash is pretty long. I don't think his cooldowns are anything super. I mean, you get a 40 shield every 3 turns, basically. So that in itself is good. I don't think I've seen these since the live stream.
Your blood will wash my sword. Go ahead, fuel my blade. You cannot fight a force of nature. Our paths were always meant to cross. You will die where you stand.
Oh gosh, I gotta get some more ISO for that taunt. Anyways, guys, that's my little mod video. Again, I'm not used to making little on-the-fly mods, but I figured it was requested. It's been so much requested over and over for me to make some kind of mod video or something. So if this is something you guys like, and just let me know. Again, this is a mod layout that I would use standard for Tol-Ren. If there's any special situations, then usually I'll edit it for my second loadout. And I'll show you kind of an example of what I mean here. Gray's one I talk about a lot because I have more games on Gray than I do on anyone else. So for example, this is my Nyx Hunter loadout. This is basically all the invis stuff, you know, attack invisible, reveal, slow once you reveal them, tracer bolt recruits cooldown of hog drones. You can keep on them if they're invisible. And then I have a standard one, which is more of there's no invis enemies, and it's more of a wider map, flyway basically. Then you have these. So that's what I mean by different mods. Yeah, so thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this. A little bit longer than I meant for it to be. I was hoping it'd be like a 6-7 minute video, but whatever. If you enjoyed this, let me know. And I have no problem making some more and hopefully giving you a little insight onto what mods I choose and why I choose them. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.